Caleb, what do you see out of Western Kentucky, and just what do you expect from them, and what are some of the challenges that they're going to present that maybe you haven't seen yet this year?
Western Kentucky is a really good defensive team. They got a lot of guys that are returning, a lot of older guys. Their strong point, I would say, would probably be their defensive line. They've got a lot of returning guys that have a lot of games played. Besides that, I think that we're going to go out there, we're going to execute our game plan and, the scheme to the best of our ability. I don't really know what plays we're going to be calling, but I know that, when we get out there, we'll be able to do whatever it is that we need to do to get this win.
Zach asked this question to Matt, so I guess that's the same one. Just what's your sort of total evaluation of the O-line at this point? What do you feel like you guys have done well so far? What aren't you happy with so far?
I think Matt touched on it. I think it's the consistency. I think a lot of people who have watched our games have seen us do a lot of things well, but have seen us also do a lot of things that aren't up to standard, what we want to put out there on film. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing in the rest of the season, and just continuing to be consistent and make sure that everyone in our room, everyone that touches the field as an offensive lineman for Indiana University meets the standard that we need them to meet.
Good morning, Caleb. So I asked Matt last week about if there's any player he looks up to in the professional level and kind of watches film of. Any one for you in particular at the NFL level that you like to watch film of and kind of look up to in terms of skill level?
I always pay attention to the guys that have played here, the alma mater from here, the Roger Saffos, Dan Feeney's, not a lot of tackles, but there are definitely a few out there that are putting out a lot of good film and are, Pro Bowl caliber players. So I always watch them. I always look at the tackle from the Patriots, Trent Brown or Williams, is it? Trent Brown. Yeah, I watch a lot of his film as well because I think I see a lot of similarities between me and his body type, so I try to model my game a lot after his.
Caleb, you and Matt have become really good friends the last couple of years as those bookend tackles, but now that he's lining up right next to you, how's that communication level there, and how have you enjoyed that move for him as well? You guys have, right there side by side every game in battle now.
It's always been a lot of fun having Matt on the line. Even though he's 2 years younger than me, we've actually played like the same amount of games. So, in terms of me being out there and getting a feel for the game, he's kind of always been out there by my side to a certain extent. We've worked our way through all of our struggles, as becoming players together. So having him right next to me definitely helps me because I feel very comfortable having someone that I'm very close to next to me. And then the communication between us just, even though it's good now, it needs to continue to improve as the season goes on so that we can be as dominant as we need to be.
Coach said that pass protection still isn't where he wants it consistently. What do you guys have to do as a unit to kind of improve in that area?
I actually just talked to Coach Hiller and Coach Allen and Coach Sheridan yesterday about, just essentially taking the techniques that they're teaching us in practice and, improving them not only when we're at practice, but improving them also afterwards to make sure that we're maximizing our time. So, like Coach Hiller's only got a set amount of time, per week that he can give us. So I need to make sure that I'm, getting our guys together after practice and before practice, whenever we have time, to keep improving our techniques and keep getting better. Because at the end of the day, the pass blocking and stuff, that's pretty much all it is just technique.
Caleb, you slimmed down. How much did you actually lose, and how has it translated on the field for you?
From last season, the last game you guys saw me play at Ole Miss, I was somewhere around 415 pounds, and I'm playing this season at 355. So it's made a world of difference in terms of my game and being able to move, being able to stay out there and compete and, be there when my team needs me to be, on those long drives in the fourth quarter. I thank Coach Woolman and them for pushing me, incredibly hard this offseason and making sure that I was able to be the best me this season. It's all about improving just every single day, making sure I'm getting better. Thank you, guys.